Uh,
So you know what I found out didn't actually happen?
what?
What?
What didn't happen?
Yo,
You
he
gotta
was about to
finish what
say
you
the
started?
fucking Holocaust.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think you.
Yo,
He unmuted to do that.
that's messed up.
That's really messed up, Blue.
I
Man,
wasn't gonna say that.
I'm crying now. I'm crying. Do you?
I'm so sorry, Spoon.
All
We
right.
just muted like the whole thing.
All right. So before we actually hop into the actual content of today's session, I just wanted to talk real quickly about scheduling. I know like it's gonna be tough now because I definitely can't do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's okay for me. I have work, but there's that, and then Friday also for me is sometimes because sometimes my other D&D group plays Fridays, so I don't know how everyone else's schedule is looking. I know Dodge says he has work on Thursdays, so he's likely not going to be able to make the sessions on Thursdays for um, the foreseeable future. So,
With your schedule in mind, Spoon, my only good days are Thursday and Friday. Um, yeah, I think
Sounds
that's
like
it.
Fridays has to be it.
I thought Thursday was gonna be my good day, but apparently, I mean, like I'm still gonna do it Thursday. Just fuck
yeah.
Dollar Tree,
Is
but
Friday better or
um,
worse or same or what?
for me, I guess for like it should be that Thursday's good because Thursday is when we get our delivery truck is usually either at 5 a.m. or anywhere as late as 12 p.m. So I get out at 5, and they usually don't schedule us to work overnight same day as a truck. I don't know what today is about. I don't know what kind of meth he's on, but usually it's not like this. And if they tell me again, I'm just going to straight up to their face say F no, because I would like to, sleep.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm
How,
good with Thursday.
how about everybody else? Blue, Foxman,
I'm good.
whenever.
Shit.
All right, so you guys are good kind of whenever. Okay, yeah, Friday, as I said, Friday could be tricky for me because my other group tends to play on Fridays. So
Oh, I did not address that. I'm good with Friday too. If you guys need to do that, I'm down for a Friday session.
Can always
okay,
do it earlier or later in the day.
yeah, I may. Well, I'm trying to adjust my work schedule to get better with my current class schedule, but I haven't gotten that worked out yet. So we'll see. All
We
right,
must kill him.
we will continue to talk about this as early as 12:30. Okay. All right, we'll continue to visit this issue as we figure out more scheduling stuff. If Friday works better, then we'll try and do Friday maybe. But again, evenings are iffy because of my other D&D group that more often than not plays on Friday, but we always play on one of the weekend days. Anyways, okay. Oh yeah, and also I wanted to mention since my class schedule is kind of rigorous for this quarter, I would like to go to like an every. I know we've been pretty inconsistent about playing lately, and my fault mostly, but we've had some scheduling issues. But I'd like to go at the very most to an every other week schedule for this campaign at the very least. If Blue or Otto want to run like their campaigns on my off weeks, then that's perfectly fine with me. I'm happy to play, but yeah, in terms of DMing, I'd like
I'll run some Call of Cthulhu.
if you want to run some weird, some
Oh
one
shit.
shot something,
A
or
Daniel
yeah, I
one-off.
mean,
Sounds good.
whatever you guys want to do, but at least for me DMing, I'd like to go every other week, at the very most, as I said. So, um, there's that, and then I already mentioned this in the chat earlier, but if you guys didn't notice, there were some changes to the character sheet with the new sort of like category breakdown thing that they did. I know Blue was working on it a little bit. I don't know if you got that done, but for now, if you guys haven't been able to like copy paste everything in the new system, you can go to the gear icon, which is the far right on your character sheet, and then there is a button on the right side that says features and traits compendium compatible, and switch that to simple, and you will get back your old stuff that you had written down, and we can work on fixing that. So with that, let's hop into today's session. We'll do a quick recap first, as usual. So last time you guys had some much needed downtime in Traverse Town after returning. You guys did a variety of things. I won't go into the specifics of that. And then after, I think I gave you, what was it, 16 days or something like that, you guys met up with Leon again, and he said basically that there was some activity going on in the capital, and that they had heard that that the gates have been opened once again to the outside, so you would be able to go there without issue, without being stopped, and that you guys basically he wanted you guys to just check out and see if you guys could find anything out about what was going on there. So you guys, not having any other ideas, decided to take that advice and headed out towards the capital. You encountered a group of trolls along the way, which you dealt with rather swiftly. And passed through the city of Centrin, which is a mostly human city. You guys decided not to really do anything there and just kind of maybe rest a night and pass through. And that's about where we left off last time. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let me get some music going. It's a little,
We're off on the road to adventure.
yeah. Yes, you are. Now let's just do a little of this. Let's make it quiet, though. Alright, so, yeah, so you guys are headed out towards the capital again, past Centrin, and, again, you guys are traveling with you guys, and Aqua is with you. I know, Otto Gimbal wasn't here last time, but I know he's probably not going to talk much today, but Aqua's with you if you wanted to do anything with that. Does anyone want to say anything, talk about anything, or anything like that before as you guys are traveling?
I love you guys so much.
Leo
Especially
walks
the
over
short
to the
one.
cart.
What?
Leo walks to the cart as soon as he hears the L word.
Leo, I require a hug.
Our boy
In the
Leo
name
can't
of
handle
God.
complex emotions.
Leo pulls out his switchblade as he walks towards the.
Leo, put away your switchblade.
Oh, that's just gonna hook me even further in.
It'll definitely hook you in, all right.
Daj sighs and shakes his head and walks away as Steve says that he loves you guys.
Dodge, are you okay? Normally you call us a name or something.
Well,
I think I can simulate the experience. You guys are boosted monkeys.
well,
He's just really
Oh,
angry
what did
that
you
he
get
no.
here?
He's just really angry that he no longer has glaive insurance.
That's a good point.
It's
Can
fine.
I have his glaive insurance?
Well, it'll cost you a glaive. That's
Never
really
mind.
expensive.
I'm back in the cart.
All right. Well,
all right,
I use the bathroom and then I go in the car.
cool.
Use the bathroom in the cart?
So you guys
He said then he goes in the cart.
So you guys continue traveling. You pass through mostly grassland plain areas. Yeah, Gimbal, you're free. Yeah, Gimbal's sick. He's coughing up a storm. Can barely. He can't even sing right now. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Aqua, can you take care of me? Make persuasion check. Hmm. 18. She says, "Oh, Gimbal. Yes, of course, I will help take care of you if you're not feeling well." And she helps tend to Gimbal. She gets you, a wet rag or washcloth to put on your forehead, and does the whole business.
Where is he typing his stuff? Ah, I
In
see.
the D&D chat in the campaign, not the Discord.
Cool. All right. There we go.
All right. And yeah, you guys head towards passing mostly like plains areas. You pass through some small patches of woods, wooded areas and such like that, and you pass again a few more small villages. It takes about 4 more days of travel, but eventually, without any more attacks or interruptions, you guys do reach the capital of Heartric City. And as you approach, you see there are walls around the entire city. There is a large gate where you are approaching from the south right now. There's a large gate which is currently open. However, there are guards who stand at the sides of the gate.
Okay, so who is driving the cart at this time? Let's establish this real quick.
Yeah, sure. Well, not Gimbal because he's lying down.
I could be.
All right. Do you guys have one card, or do you have? I assume you have both, since you need both to get all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we have Craft driving one cart, and the other one.
Well, in lieu of our last escapade, I should probably not be anywhere close to the reins of this vehicle.
No, you should
All right.
not.
We'll say Dash takes the reins of the
I was gonna say
the other
Dash would
car.
probably be driving.
Sure.
And I'm sitting right next to him.
He's not happy about that.
That's close
Yep.
to the reins. I thought you said you would not be anywhere near them.
I joke. I'm nowhere close to him because he would probably stab me.
Yeah, likely. So you guys approach the gates. You guys head up, and Leo, I would like you to make a perception check. Just Leo. 12. At this time, you do not notice anything out of the ordinary. So as you approach, the two guards approach your carts, and they say they address, I suppose, Kraft, who's driving the front cart, and they say, "Greetings, travelers. Welcome to Heartric City. Is this your first time here?"
Yes.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm simply a guard of the city, just watching the gates as travelers pass through. It is your first time here. Well, I don't know if you've heard, and I don't know if this is the reason that you're coming here, but the leader of our fair city is making an address to the entire city in the courtyard of the castle district, directly in front of the castle.
City.
Yes, this will be happening in 2 days at high noon, in the middle of the day. Let me give you a quick rundown of the layout of the city, since you say it's your first time here, and he proceeds to explain to you guys the layout of the city. At this point, I'm going to bring you guys to another map and see my beautifully hand-drawn map of the city. It looks
Picasso would shit his pants.
Yep, and you're entering from right here.
Okay.
So,
This is good.
uh,
Oh god.
no. He explains, not to scale, Leo, not to scale. They explain to you the sort of layout of the city, and you see you can also you guys can see even the castle from down here. The castle, and it seems the sort of the castle district, the area where that is kind of elevated up on a no, I don't want to say a cliff, but there's certainly some, yeah, so some elevation to it. It kind of there's a rise up from the south side up to the castle, and the castle's elevated even further above that.
Got it.
And then you see around the left side the temple, entertainment, and military districts, the front, the residential district, and the noble district, which leads up into the castle district, and then the trade district and magic district on the right, and the port district, which obviously you have the ports and the ocean at the far north.
Got it.
So they say, welcome. We hope you find our city to your liking.
Well, thank you, fine gentlemen.
And they,
By the way, would you like to have one of these? I pull out a pamphlet.
I was just
If you
about
have
to
like
cue
5 minutes.
he says, certainly. What a kind gentleman you are.
Oh, the Lord, he works in very strong and mysterious ways.
So you, distribute a pamphlet to the guards at the front. And yeah, you guys enter the city. At this point, you guys have your map of the city. I'm sure I can.
Thank God they didn't check the vehicle. God damn. Ugh, we have all these fucking weapons in here and shit. just stroll into the town, the capital.
Thank God they didn't find our dirty bomb.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ.
Are we still near them?
No, we clean past there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They let you by. You're past the. You're
I
inside
didn't
the
know
gates.
if we were still within
Yeah,
earshot.
no,
No.
they're not paying you.
And even then, it's a loud fucking
Yeah,
capital.
yeah,
Like the
you-
residential district.
True.
Exactly.
They're too busy reading my pamphlets about the.
Yes, exactly. You enter the city, and yeah, you find yourselves amongst city streets, many different types of buildings. Again, you're entering from the south into the residential district, and you have here many different types of buildings, lots of homes, but then also you do have some shops here, general goods stores just for living, food and the like. And yeah, if you guys would like a little bit more information on any of the other districts, feel free. But for now, this is kind of like go where you want, do what you want in the city, as you guys are now inside the city, and you have, as I said, about 2 days until the address from the leader, as they so said.
I'm going to preach the word.
Preaching the word. All right. So, are you
What do I
going?
roll?
Yeah, let's roll. Let's roll persuasion.
Oh boy. I'm a persuasive man, as you know. Oh god, where's this?
Researching.
Oh, the
18.
great law!
Yes. So you wander about town, preaching the good word of Cord to the many citizens, and they are pretty receptive, and they as you're going around, you do actually catch a few that say, have I seen someone who looks very much like you. Not the same person, and he was distributing pamphlets just like these, and different content, but they look almost identical otherwise.
Haha! You must be speaking of my brother.
Oh, your brother. Well, I suppose the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. If you two are both preaching the good word of your holy journey, and we will not stand in the way of that. We appreciate your patronage, and we hope your journey guides you to even more prosperity.
Well, may God bless you with the strength to achieve your goals, sir.
Same to you.
And then he just walks off.
Sure.
Just throwing pamphlets.
All right.
That's what he's doing.
So yeah, Steve is spending most of his time going around distributing pamphlets. There are a number of places you guys could visit. The trade district has your more general goods stores, your weaponsmiths, your armor smiths. The magic district has, if you're looking to purchase possibly any magical items or do any research of any kind, there is a library there. There's the port district, of course. The noble district is currently sealed off. You are not allowed in there. And then the temple district, as it sounds like, has temples to many different gods, including Bahamut, Pelor, Ayun, Arathis, and the entertainment. The entertainment district has an arena. It has places for gambling and things like that. Brothels, if you so desire. And it has a temple of Kord there as well, near the fighting pit.
Ooh. I want to go to the fighting pit, but
Alright.
I also want to check out that magic district.
All right. Well, you have 2 days. You have 2 days, so it's not a
I'll
mutually.
save the best
Yeah,
for last.
I said in chat that I want to look around the magic district and see if there's any magic items that catch my eye.
Sure.
Are we going together?
All right. So why don't we do anyone who wants to go to the magic district? Please speak up, raise your hand, whatever.
Yes.
Um,
Craft
Magic
has
District.
raised his
Larry
hand.
already said he was.
Mighty voice
yep.
in the sky.
So Larry and
assume
Kraft.
Kord.
All right. So sounds like Larry and Kraft are heading there. All right. So you guys head to the magic district, and you eventually spot a very fancy looking shop. And the sign of the shop reads Mary's Marvelous Market. And it is sort of, the sign is like basically a neon sign. You got flashing lights and all the things going on. This place is hopping as far as shops go. And you get the sense that this is where you want to be for your magical item need.
Then we should walk right in, Larry.
All right. So you walk in. You walk in, and this is not a very big shop, but the walls and things are adorned with a number of weapons, armor, things of this sort, and you see a elven woman sitting at the counter. She is reading a book. She has spectacles on, and she appears to have sort of long blonde hair tied back in a ponytail. And as you enter, she greets you. She says, "Greetings! Welcome to Mary's Marvelous Market. I'm Mary. What can I do for you today?"
Hello, Mary. We were looking to peruse around for anything that caught our interest. Larry is looking for. I actually do not know what Larry is looking for. He said your finest wares.
Ah, you'd like to see my finest wares, you see. Well, as you can see, there is plenty of weapons and armor to go around on the racks. However, I don't think that is what you're looking for. And you don't look
Oh,
like much of a the weapon and armor type to me either. Nah, this one, not you, my friend in front of me. What is your name, by the way?
craft.
Craft, yes, you definitely are the weapons and armor type, as I can
That
see you
is
are already
what I am here for.
wearing
Yes.
wearing such a piece of armor. Very well, my finest wares. Well, I have a number of things that are quite interesting, and she shows you a number of items. Let's see. She shows you a pair of boots. And she says, "Now these boots are very, very powerfully enchanted. They all you need do is click them together, and you will be able to move twice as fast for up to 10 minutes."
For up to 10 minutes. Hmm. Larry, what do you think?
Huh, that sounds interesting, but not quite what I'm looking for.
Well, maybe you could point me in the right direction to what you are looking for.
Any kind of, wands or magical trinkets of sorts?
Ah, I see. We have some ones, but none that are very special. They're your normal magically enchanted type wands, nothing that will do anything particularly special for you. However, I do have a few other things. Let's see. I have an amulet here. And also a few rings and a headband that you might be interested in. Um, let's see this amulet here. This amulet, while you are wearing it, it will make you more hearty. Not stronger, but be able to take more hits, I suppose, is the word. I have this headband works similarly to the amulet of health, but instead of altering your constitution, as it were, it will increase your intellect, your intelligence. And I have a few rings here. I have a ring if you find yourself in such a situation where you need to be avoiding certain magical effects or other things. It will allow you to deftly dodge out of the way. And finally, let's see. I have another ring here that can work as basically allows you to store certain spells or magical effects into the ring.
Larry asks how much for the headband.
The headband. Yes, the headband will cost you 750 gold.
Sold.
All right. Larry, you have a headband of intellect. I'll share this with you. Your intelligence score is 19 while you wear this headband.
Alrighty, I'll equip it when I get the chance, and
Yeah, you
I
have to.
presume it's an attunement
You
item?
have to attune to it. Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Attunement.
then
You
I'll
have to.
attune to it overnight.
Yeah, yeah. Short rest at the very least to attune to
Or
it.
yeah.
But yeah. All right. And As for you, good Craft, you said your name
Um,
was?
yes, Miss Mary. I was hoping to look at any kind of magical weapons that you would have, or weapons with an extra magical effect, or anything of that
Ah,
nature.
well, unfortunately, I'm fresh out of special magical effect type weapons. Actually, no, I do have this. It is a javelin that you can throw and speak a word as you throw it, and it will transform the javelin into a bolt of lightning, which will extend out from you and send this bolt of lightning quite a long ways in front of you, and obviously striking anything that this bolt may contact with.
Ooh,
Out of
that
out of
sounds
character.
very
Out,
interesting.
out of character, that weapon is fucking badass. I have like my other character has one. It's so good.
How much would it be to get you to part with it?
That is actually one of my less expensive weapons. You're looking at about 400 gold for that.
I will take it.
All right, Craft, you have a javelin of lightning. I'll share that with you. It's under magical items.
I think you can only use it once a day, and then it needs to charge.
Yeah, it's once a day.
But it's a javelin that even when you don't use the lightning power, it comes back to you. I think.
Bolt. It doesn't come back to you now.
Okay, so don't lose it.
Yeah. It so basically, well, you can read it, but you throw it and you make an attack against a single target. But as you if you do so you can throw it like a normal javelin, but you can also do the lightning bolt, so it will send the lightning bolt at that target and anything like a lightning bolt spell in 120 feet and a 120 feet line. So any creature in that line makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 46 lightning damage on a failed save, and half as much on a successful one. And your target also takes damage from the javelin itself if you hit them with the attack.
Ooh,
And it's a once per day use.
gotcha.
She says, well, I have a few other items. I have some bracers that could increase your defense, though you have to be wearing no armor at all in order for this to work. Unfortunately, it's a very special type of enchantment, but this will make you hardier. As I said, the amulet that increases your constitution. I have some bracers as well that will increase your damage with bows, bow and arrow type weapons, and I have the ring of evasion as I described previously. If you have any other friends who might be interested in these items, please feel free to send them my way.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Well, I thank you very much for your patronage. I assume you
Thank
guys.
you for showing us around and giving us the rundown of your items and wares.
She um she nods, smiles, and says, "Please, I hope to see you again." And I assume you guys leave at that point. All right. So, who else wants to do stuff?
I'd like to go to the Noble District.
All right. You approach the
Not from like the front. I wanted to like kind of scout it out, see if there's any weaknesses.
Okay. So you will say you walk around the edge of the noble district. There are
Nope. Okay.
So yeah, you are attempting to be stealthy. It is kind of broad daylight. You're attempting to
Yeah.
be stealthy, but you definitely notice that your attempts at being stealthy are not working. People definitely seem to be
Yeah.
notice you kind of scoping out the area. But yeah, you walk around, and as I said, as you kind of approach the edge of the Noble District, the city starts to be inclined and go up towards the castle and the Castle District. The Noble District is pretty much all on this incline going upwards, but it is surrounded by a pretty not a wall, but there are some stone pillars as part of it, but it's like a gate, a pretty tall, like 15-20 foot high, like gate or fence or gate, kind of all the way around. Um,
How does it look from around here?
from here,
Like, if I were to go to like around to the entertainment district, how would it look from here?
Yeah, so if you're approaching it from the only way to enter it is really from here. That gate is still there, but there's kind of like I wouldn't say a cliff, but a fairly steep slope on like either side, like kind of all the way around this castle district as you see the
So
incline happen.
the military district is basically in like the shadow of like this area here.
Yeah.
Dang, that's kind of weird. Leah just thinks to himself, how will the military help if there's ever a problem in the castle? Like, they'd have to run all the way around.
Pretty sure they have soldiers garrisoned everywhere.
I guess so.
I mean, yeah, you get if you're scouting out kind of that part of the city as well.
Well, no, I'm just like kind of like looking because I assume it's a tall.
Yeah,
incline,
so
right?
you're walking around. You see, like in the military district, like yeah, there are plenty of soldiers there, but you also see like a lot of like barracks and like soldiers training and like stuff like that. So it seems from
Oh, I
what
see.
you can see like an area where they sort of like train
Mhm.
soldiers and stuff like that.
And I guess to see
Also,
if there's anything that sticks out. God damn. Oh, okay. As far as like habits or like
sorry, what are you perceiving again? I missed the start.
like for the like guards and all that, if there's any habits or anything that sticks out that I could possibly use later.
At the Noble District?
Yeah.
Pretty good on perception.
Like any specifics, like how they're equipped, what they seem to be good with. If there's like a schedule or like a habit of their movements or anything that sticks out that a thief would notice.
Yeah, they seem to be rotating on a shift there. They don't appear to be equipped with any sort of special weapons or anything like that. You have many of them, they all seem to wear similar looking armor. Some of them have spears, some swords, some bows. You see a variety of different weapon types on these guards. They do seem to rotate on shifts with the gates. Also, as you this is kind of retroactive a bit, but as you approach the Noble District, I'd like you to make another perception check. Just Alright, 18. Let me check my notes here really quick. Yeah, so as you're approaching the Noble District, we'll say kind of at the start of this escapade, as you're exploring this area, I don't know where you keep your pendant, but wherever you keep it, you feel it begin to vibrate very, very faintly, very, very slightly, but it just begins to just kind of hum and vibrate ever, ever so slightly. Not noticeable from any distance whatsoever, but since I assume it's either in your pocket or you're wearing it, you would notice
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Alright. Then after that, I guess I go back to the cart
Alright,
for scoping things out.
alrighty. I assume you guys are gonna hit up a tavern or an inn of some sort to rest at some point.
How close to the end of the day is it?
Well, for you, Steve will say you spent most of the day or all of the day basically preaching, and I assume you're gonna do that the next day as well. But
The next day. The next
you
day,
have
I'll go to.
okay, you have different plans for the next day. Okay, sure. So yeah, we'll say like for you, I assume you spent the entire day preaching. So
Oh Hell yes.
Anybody else want to do anything before we sort of wrap up the first day here? Kraft or Larry, are you guys gonna give anybody else the rundown on the magic item shop?
Oh yeah, I wanted to go tell the rest of the group about that. I don't
Alright.
really remember all the items,
Yeah, sure.
but I will tell them that they can get some pretty cool stuff there.
All right. Sure. So
That's what I'm doing now, right?
yeah, we'll say you
All right.
guys convene at a tavern of some sort, and rest for the night. Kraft tells you the kind of items that they are selling at Mary's Marvelous Market, and you guys rest for the what? Leo, what did you mean by no magic?
Oh, just like when I was writing down real quick that I didn't notice anything magical with any of the guards.
No, no, you did not. Okay. So yeah, next day comes about. Again, the address is the following day, so you guys have one more day of freedom here in the city if you'd like to do anything else.
Oh, I wish to go to the fucking arena.
The fight pit?
All right. So Kraft and Steve are gonna head to the entertainment district, to the arena.
I see is what I get. No one's been disappointed yet.
I'll follow in on the way, see how different the posts are.
How different the what are?
Posts, like how different guards. See if they look stronger, weaker, if they're in different positions.
In the entertainment district?
I assumed we have to walk through
Yeah.
the noble to get there. So.
Well, you would go like this way.
Oh, I see.
You still can't you cannot get into the noble district. It is sealed off by this gate, so
Okay.
you have to go
Oh,
around.
so I would be able to see the posts that
It's an around. It's an around. So like here, and then here.
Oh, okay, so I wouldn't be able to see the posts on the way there. Okay.
I mean, you could if you walked like close to the entrance of the noble district. You could, but yeah.
Well, I won't do that, so I don't bring attention.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to spend the day in the library, seeing if I can study some more Celestial, continue learning it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's this is kind of the central like library of magical knowledge in the country or continent, whatever. So yeah, that's easy enough. Go ahead and
What do I roll again?
actually let's make an investigation check for
Dun, dun,
that.
dun.
17.
Oh, my microphone.
We will say you go to the library and you find a very informative and useful book on learning Celestial. And yeah, you go ahead and mark another day off on that.
Okay.
All right, so Leo, Kraft, and Steve are all heading to the arena. So yeah, you head to the arena and you enter the entertainment district, and you find this area bustling with many people drinking, gambling, just having a good time, yelling, and yeah, you find an arena. It looks well, it's not as big as the one in Oceanside. It's more of like yeah, it's a bit of a smaller arena, and they don't quite follow the chord quite as heavily here as they did back in Oceanside. But yeah, you find yourself to the arena.
Huzzah.
We are here. All right. How do I gain entrance? How do I go in and fight?
Yeah, how do we sign up? Is there like a
Okay,
guy,
yeah,
like
you
a
see
promoter?
there are people walking about, yeah, people saying like place your bets, and you see like we'll say like there's a window near the arena where there's a dude sitting. Looks like you see a couple other like burly looking guys like walk up and kind of talk to him for a second and walk off. Um,
I would like to go talk to the man in the window.
all right.
Pardon me, good sir.
Oh,
Oh, we have an eccentric one, do we?
Yes. I am a man of cord, and this is a man of cord as well. I point to
hiya.
Craft.
Ah, yes, I see that. Two men of cord. Well, then you must be interested in joining the fighting pits to test your strength.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We've traveled many a moon to get here.
Well, very well. Feel free. The fights normally are in a one-on-one fashion. No weapons, no armor. Just you, your fists, and the man across from you. Or woman.
Huh. Yes.
Excuse
So,
my friend.
do we get to pick our opponents, or are they randomly chosen?
Oh no, it is a luck of the draw type thing.
Okay.
It's a
Wait,
what?
say that again. I got cut out.
Luck of the draw.
Okay.
Yes. I will sign myself up to one of these events.
All right. So you go ahead and sign up. There, we'll say there is an entry fee. We'll say of 10 gold.
Do I have 10
I
gold?
think you do.
Let's find out, shall we? Yes, I do. Alright.
What is there a
$2.99.
reward for winning?
Yeah, the reward is me kicking some ass.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask you.
Yeah, if you win, it is a we'll say it's a winner take all type deal for the day. Like we get all the entrants and then people kind of duke it out, and whoever comes out on top gets all the goods.
I'll enter.
All right. So
Thought I had a chance to win.
10 gold from you, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
10 gold from Kraft.
Done.
I've done it. I am
God,
at
what a
100 gold now.
What a twist it'll be if it's just us three entering. And the pot is literally 30 gold.
Yeah, I am not gonna do like full fights here. This would take way too long. So
We can just assume I win.
no, we're not gonna do that.
We'll just assume I hit him in the nuts again.
Hadouken!
All right, let's do
This
this.
is a street fight, not superpowers.
So let's have you
Let's get this done.
yeah, I figured this might happen, but again, I didn't really set anything up for this because I
Oh, boy.
didn't have time.
Well, you Hakusho it.
Yeah,
No.
let's have you all roll an athletics check. Fuck it.
Athletics, I am a man of strength, thank you.
Uh,
All right. You all best your opponents in the first round quite handily and easily. Even Kraft and Steve, who are not used to fighting without their armor, they are quite strong men of cord. You don't even neither of you need to bust out any spells or anything like that. You just wallop these assholes down to the ground.
Strong like ox.
All right, let's go. So we'll say there's that. All right, we're gonna roll. All right, we'll say there was 8 entrants, so you guys all get past the first round. Now we're down to 4, so there's you 3 and one other person, and so let's have you all roll a d20. High fights the scrub, and the two lows fight each other.
Oh boy, oh boy. A D20,
Oh,
you say?
great.
I need to find the
Oh, just a
20th.
d20.
Yep,
Watch it.
just a d20.
Oh boy.
Wow, what
Oh,
rolls?
boy, oh boy.
Well,
I win!
looks like Leo and Kraft are facing off in the second round, with Steve going up against
Scrub Lord McDouche.
not a scrub lord, but we'll say in this case another half orc, and this one a female. Just a
Oh, I was gonna say a John
brawler
Cena.
tank of a lady, or not.
I love her.
Mhm.
Which you already have
All right.
one
By the
more.
ghoulies.
All right, Steve. Let's roll another athletics check.
Oh
See if
boy.
you best.
Athletics. This is a roll that I'm okay at.
15. It is a hard fought battle, and you both at the near the end stand on your last legs. You both use your half orc like endurance feat or whatever that is that makes you stand back up, but Steve lands the final blow and knocks her to the dirt,
Ha ha!
broken, battered, and bloodied, but he is victorious. All right.
No nut shots today.
All right, Leo and Kraft, let's go. Athletics, roll off.
Sorry, I was typing that.
Fuck, I'm sorry, Kraft. Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Dang, you both rolled really well though. Leo with a 19 plus 8 though. It is a. Actually, let's not make it let's not make this a single roll. Actually,
Oh, 2 out of 3.
that seems a little cheap. Um.
I rage.
All right, let's do it this way. I'm gonna give you both 10 hit points. Whatever you beat your opponent by is basically how many hit points they lose. So, Kraft, you lose 5 out of your 10 for that first roll, basically. This is on the fly, guys. I'm sorry, I'm pulling shit out of my ass.
Gotcha.
So, let's go ahead and roll again.
Well, don't strain your ass.
Alright. Kraft, after the first round, Kraft's looking a little battered, but he comes back and bashes Leo a good one across the jaw.
Take that, reptile.
And yep, so let's see. 6 for Leo, 5 for Kraft. Oh, actually, Leo, you get advantage when you rage, don't you, on athletics? Is that a thing
Oh
yet?
god.
We're actually taking the fact that he said I would like to rage into account.
I mean, it's a thing.
Eh.
No, actually, no. Fuck it. We're discounting that for this. This is just fucking roll. This is just
This is you
roll.
standing square in front of
Since
each other.
since we're not actually fighting, like, yeah. So roll again. 6 for 6 for Leo, and oh man. So Kraft ends up coming out on top with a uppercut, which knocks Leo to the dirt.
Sure, you can.
And Kraft ends up victorious on this.
Flex with my half-elf stature.
And I think what I said, yeah, Leo was at 6 and that was 7. So yeah, Kraft wins this bout. I know it's not exactly maybe how it would have played out if you had actually fought, but sorry, I need to expedite this a little bit. So final round, Steve versus Kraft. Same rules as the Leo and Kraft fight. You guys are both healed up to full by some clerics between. And yep, go ahead and roll.
Haha! You will not win.
That was more flavor. That was more flavor text than anything, just because his roll was like really close on the DC. He didn't like actually like not a thing. All right, 23
Ow.
to a 19. Steve comes up swinging and cracks Kraft in the jaw. Good, with a good hit. The Battle of the Cord. Go ahead and roll again.
Oh,
Oh no.
You can
Oh
say
no.
all cords have been severed. Haha. Oh,
Oh
fuck.
my. Oh
With an
my.
uppercut.
All right, yeah, Steve, go for it.
So have you ever seen Rocky? So
What is
out
Rocky?
of nowhere, I just pull this super uppercut that lifts you off the ground, and you just fall flat on your ass.
As Steve said, his half-orc might is a little too much for Kraft, and the uppercut knocks Kraft to his back, and exhausted after his hard-fought fight with Leo, Kraft falls. Steve being victorious, you gain 80 gold
Ah, yeah!
for winning the tournament. The crowd
I
cheers.
want that.
There ain't gonna be no rematch, Stallion.
And yeah. All right. So we had a good old fighting tournament. That takes most of the day. It is definitely evening by the end of it.
A death carriage hit me.
You almost said evening by the evening. You
It's almost
silly goose.
evening by the evening. Yes. All right. Anybody else doing anything else today? Did anyone want to
My
hit?
victory was stolen from me. I'm joking.
Okay. Kraft pulls out the javelin of lightning, thinks about it, and puts it away. All right, so we will get on with this. You guys head back to the inn. You rest for
So
the
what? He got 80 gold.
yeah. He got 80 gold, and you guys lost 10. Oh no. Does anyone else want to hit up any shops for weapons, armor, magic items before we move on to the main event?
I buy everyone around at the everyone at the bar. I buy them around, and I pass out pamphlets along the way.
All right, sounds good to me. Craft like a room far from Leo. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, yep, you pass out pamphlets, I assume in a bar in the entertainment district following your victory. And
Haha!
they're loving it. They're loving your victory. They're loving your enthusiasm. They are loving the cord. They're loving all of this. And
How much gold does this set me back?
ooh, I mean, alcohol's not that expensive. Let's go 5. Let's go 5 on that.
Huzzah!
And now it's
Sigh, shahashara, shashashasha.
goodbye, Leo.
Leo, your as the days wear on, your pendant continues to hum and vibrate. Again, I don't know if it's on around your neck or in your pocket, but wherever it is. All right. So you guys all wake up the following day. I suppose if you guys want to do any last minute shopping in the morning on this day, you could. Otherwise, we will head straight to the courtyard.
Guys, I have troubling news.
Yes.
I ran out of pamphlets.
Don't worry, you can make more.
Did you know how long it takes me to make these?
Expedite the process. Have other people do them for you.
No. That would remove the charm.
Fair enough.
All right. So I'm not hearing any objections, so we will
Oh,
move,
God.
we will move on. So you guys are basically you have guards lining the streets, basically guiding people through the streets up. In this case, through the noble district and up into the courtyard. And yeah, this As you guys reach the courtyard, this place is packed with people. There are a few buildings around, and you see this you see the castle again, even further elevated from the courtyard, with a large staircase working its way down from the front. And there is actually, you can see even better now from here. I didn't describe it before, but there is sort of like a perennial. There's like a dip, or even like a chasm, where like around the castle, where there is not the staircase, and like waterfalls falling off of the castle, um, around the edges, where the staircase isn't, obviously. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to the map for this. And whoops, that guy is not there.
Haha.
Yep, you saw him too late. All right. Um, So yeah, you guys see this site. What is this fucking? And you see this as people are funneled in again through the noble district. There are a few buildings around here. There are this people is stacked with people, but the crowd continues further back into the noble district, into the residential district. This is a very large city, and not everyone fits in this courtyard, obviously, but the crowd is funneled into here. And let's see. Again, Aqua is with you. Again, this crowd is more densely packed than I have it on the map, but use your imagination. I'm not gonna drop like 1,000 fucking tokens onto this map. And the area, the front of the castle, the staircase, are you have guards in front and sort of surrounding the crowd as well, just to keep the peace, make sure everything's going all right. Leo, as you walk up and approach this courtyard and approach the castle, your pendant begins to vibrate and hum a little more vigorously. Again, not enough that it would be noticeable to anyone but you, but it's noticeably a little more violent, I suppose is the word. So you're approaching the castle even further?
Does it vibrate more if I step this way?
It's not like an incremental. Yeah, I
What
mean,
about this way?
yeah, it gets like, again, it's not so incremental that like small um movements will change it, um but yeah, you're getting the idea. The closer you get to the castle, it seems to have vibrated a little bit more vigorously. All right. So with that, we will say that you guys, unless anyone wants to do anything else, I'm not going once, going twice.
Nope.
All right. We will head on to the main event, and I'm going to change the music. All right. Just a tad. And so as yeah, air horn rocks as noon approaches, you eventually see the castle gates open in front of you, and a dark-skinned man wearing a not the organization cloak, but a black cloak with long grayish-white hair steps out and addresses the crowd. He says, "Welcome, citizens of Heartric, and from all across our great country. You may call me Ansem," as he bows his head a little bit. "No, I am not Ansem the Wise, the one who led this country to peace and prosperity for so many years. However, I mean to embody him in all the ways I can. Hence, I choose to use that name in his honor. He pauses for a moment. There's a little bit of murmuring amongst the crowd, but nothing too crazy. He says,
Dimple. Murmur.
he says, "Now, I'm sure you all have many questions as to regards to the events 20 years ago, as well as the events that have been occurring around the country recently. Allow me to enlighten you. First, 20 years ago, as you all know, there was an outbreak of these creatures of darkness that, as well as the disappearances of both King Mickey and Ansem the Wise, as well, along with the city of Radiant Garden, the Dragonborn city, and all of the Dragonborn within it. This outbreak was caused by some research that was happening inside the castle that went awry, creating a rift to another realm within the castle. This happened due to the betrayal of a man named Xehanort, who at the time was Ansem, that being Ansem the Wise, of course, most trusted advisor. Both Ansem the Wise and Xehanort himself went missing during the ensuing conflict within the castle with these creatures, but with the help of King Mickey, we were able to contain these creatures. Following this, King Mickey and Radiant Garden went missing shortly thereafter. We really haven't heard anything from any of these individuals since, and we don't know if any of them are still alive, and if they are, where they might be. Again, the murmuring amongst the crowd continues. It grows a little bit as he's kind of unveiling some of this information. Guys, feel free to stop me if you want to say anything, but this is pretty long.
So, whenever you say King Mickey, I automatically think of an Italian guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Hey, you fucks. I'm running this joint.
He's not that, but okay.
No, he's more like, huh?
Yeah, well, no, he's not that either, but...
Heads
yeah.
on pikes.
He continues. Following this, we swiftly closed the gates to both the castle and Heartric City itself to the outside world, other than the bare minimum of trade necessities. We did this for everyone's protection, both the citizens of the city and those in the rest of the country. Since then, we have been studying this rift within the castle and learning as much as we can about these creatures, where they come from, and anything we can do to prevent a sort of tragedy like this from ever happening again. You all have my sincerest apologies for our secrecy up until this point, but believe me, it is for your own good. We cannot have any of this information, research, falling into the wrong hands, as, again, we could possibly incur a tragedy that we experienced 20 years ago. Again, the crowd continues to whisper and murmur amongst themselves. As for the more recent events, I'm sure many of you have heard about the outbreaks of these creatures in the southwest, both in Traverse Town and in the city of Oceanside.
Oh, you bet we do.
And word is spreading rather quickly of some heroes who saved both of these towns from certain destruction and the loss of countless lives.
It's all me, baby.
He
I'm going to start moving to the back of the crowd.
All right. It's a bit of a, again, the crowd is pretty densely packed at this point,
Yeah,
but
that's what I want.
sure.
Just put myself there.
Yeah, you don't get back there that quickly.
I know. I was just moving for the like.
All right, sure.
Just like I'm sure there's not just 5 people here.
But yeah, they let's see, where was I? So lost counts of lies. He continues. In fact, I believe they're all here today. And he gestures to the crowd in your general direction. He looks at you. Everyone, let's please give them a cheer and a round of applause to show our appreciation. The crowd sort of anxiously begins to build, and then eventually a raucous cheer for your heroics.
Raise my arms. Yes.
I have
Yeah.
joined the crowd in clapping and looking at my companions.
I'd like to see if I get like any weird feelings about the way he's pointing us out.
Okay, make an insight check. This is gonna be pretty hard because he's pretty far away. Yeah, he seemed. I mean, you don't get anything in particular. He does seem to be drawing attention to you, but other than that, that much is pretty obvious. All right. Anybody else want?
May God be with you all. Yes, yes.
The cheers,
Worship me.
the cheers continue as you yell that into the crowd and amongst the crowd. After the cheering finally dies down a little bit, he holds out his arms to kind of silence the crowd a little bit, and he says, "However, doesn't it seem a little convenient that this group of heroes shows up in a new town, and all of a sudden these creatures appear? And on a scale not seen since Xehanort's betrayal here in the castle 20 years ago." Am I still here? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Just I got like kicked off the stream, so I want to make sure I didn't get dropped. 1 second, guys. Yeah. On a scale not seen since Xehanort's betrayal here in the castle 20 years ago. And then guess who's there to save the day?
It's all me, baby.
The murmurs kind of pick up a little bit. Yeah, I know we got Spectrum, but like the worst time. Alright. He continues. In fact, I even received word that they showed up near the hidden Elven city. These creatures appeared, and instead of their normal act of heroics, they simply ran away. And also,
They had knives at our throats. What did you want us to do?
in the desert town of Stillwater, they raided the tomb of the druid who brought water to the town, and then proceeded to murder a number of guards at the gates.
See, that was all my bad.
The crowd, not, again, the crowd is pretty dense. People are starting to,
Dense as in stupid.
well,
Dense as cans
yeah,
of soup.
both. Some of them begin to turn your direction, but no one seems to be outright threatening or anything at this point. I believe these heroes are in fact The villains who bring chaos upon all of us and seek to profit from it.
Now that's just bullshit.
All right.
Cord will not stand for this.
Larry starts backing up. The crowd, however, is kind of shoving towards you at this point, and Larry, I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check to try and push through the crowd. Okay. You get back a little bit, but you're moving very slowly through this crowd. So we'll move you back. We'll say 10 feet here.
There is a temple of Cord here. They will vouch for my validity.
I believe they are even likely working with Xehanort. If they seemingly have the power to cause these events similar to the one 20 years ago. Gimbal, I'm going to need you to make an athletics check to back up as well. If you're going to back up.
I need to make an athletics check to step back.
This is the crowd is packed around you and they're like shoving in towards you, so you're going to have to try and push past the crowd. Again,
Do I need to make one as well?
If you're backing up, if you're not
Okay.
moving, you're fine. No. Your little legs do not carry you through this crowd.
Okay.
I will throw him.
Can I put him on my shoulders?
So you can try. I mean, yeah. Are you guys all trying to leave right now? Like, is that?
I wasn't going to try to leave, but if Gimbal wants to, then I will try to get out.
Well, this is all happening like pretty quickly here. So you see. So we'll say.
He said he's fine. Okay.
So Gimbal tries to push past the crowd and fails. So following again, I'm kind of pausing in the middle of his speech to let you guys do some stuff, but again, this is kind of more of a continuous thing going on here. So he previously had just said, have the power, working with Xehanort to seemingly have the power to cause these events. He snaps his fingers, or one of his fingers, and he says, you are all to stand trial for crimes against the state. And the crowd picks up cheering and jeering at you. And at this point, this is for Steve only. For Steve. The time around you seems to slow. Seconds feel like minutes.
Okay.
You feel a strange rush of magical energy wash over your body, hit your body. And all of a sudden, it's like you're suffocating. You gasp. What? What?
Hold up.
What are you doing?
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm drowning, I guess.
This is more flavor than anything, but yeah. You gasp for breath, but it's as if there's no air. Your heart rate quickens for a moment, but then begins to slow. Beads of sweat begin dripping down your brow as you continue attempting to gasp for air, and you begin to feel every single beat of your heart slower, slower, slower. No, I'll get to you guys in a second, but just let me finish this right here. So your heart thump, 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 and then nothing.
I die?
Very slight smirk crumbs across your face. Your eyes roll back and you collapse to the ground. For the rest of you, you see, even though I just described that to Steve, as if instantaneously you watch Steve's eyes just roll back in his head and he collapses to the ground in a crash as his armor slams against the stone.
What the hell?
Alright, Gimbal goes down to check him, make a medicine check. Yeah, he's dead. He's straight dead. Not breathing, no pulse,
What the fuck?
nothing. A few moments pass as Gimbal checks Steve, and you see Steve's body twitch ever so slightly, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden, a bright green flash emits from his body, momentarily blinding everyone. Gimbal, you feel a touch to your shoulder.
Oh boy. So Gimbal, what ends up happening?
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
You take 8 points of cold damage.
Oh,
Your body locks up, paralyzed, stiff, every single muscle, every single bone, stiff as a board.
Can I see something, like if there's anything going on with my rope of eyes?
Sure, make a perception check. Or actually, no, like the flash would have
'Cause-
blinded you completely because of the robe of eyes.
Right. Okay.
If you want to like, I'll let you like retroactive perception look around right before the flash, but that's about it.
Okay.
Since I was kind of going through that pretty quickly, I want to give you guys a chance to do something, but again, this is
Yeah.
happening within a matter of like 5 to 10 seconds, so there's not a lot of time here.
Yeah, I would like to make that check retroactively,
Alright.
like before the flash.
Alright, yeah, you look around and you don't see anything out of place. You see the crowd the crowd gasps as Steve collapsed to the ground.
Nothing. So nothing invisible or in the ethereal plane?
No, you don't see anything invisible or in the ethereal plane
Okay.
around you.
Does anybody else want to do something?
Alright, so yeah, Gimbal is paralyzed as you guys all come to. As your vision, you regain your vision from this blinding green flash. You see this. I mean, he doesn't look exactly like this, but this is the only picture of him in, you know. So you see a old, decrepit man, bald with a bit of a gray chin goatee, and he's wearing a very tattered black robe and pants, and he is so thin that you can pretty much see his entire skeleton. And as you see him with his arm on Gimbal's shoulder, he speaks. He says, "I am Xehanort, and you will all bow to the darkness. Either submit to me and become one with the darkness, or perish as this one does."
So I'm fucking dead.
Steve is dead,
What?
and I will let you all react at this point if you like, but he holds out his left finger at this point and points it at Gimbal, who is stiff, paralyzed.
My life insurance. It's gone.
I
How are they? My insurance premium is going to go through the.
I
You see a single small green beam emit from his finger and strike Gimbal square in the chest.
That's a lot of dice.
You are paralyzed, and so you automatically fail this saving throw. You suffer 84 points of force damage, and you are disintegrated. You watch as your gnomish friend Gimbal is, as soon as this beam hits him, he just vaporizes, and there is nothing left on the ground but
I'm
pile-
gonna start running.
a pile of gray dust and his magical items. Every one of them is still there. And his bagpipes, just for funds.
His premium's going to go through the roof, too.
how
Alright,
Start
I'm gonna
jogging.
do that.
Yeah, I'm running.
you throw that at this dude?
And I can't use command word, can I? Not yet.
You can. I mean,
Oh, then I will.
alright. You throw this javelin, which simply passes through him, and this
What?
bolt of lightning streaks out, hitting a number of these civilians in the crowd, and they fall flat, dead.
Oh, no.
Does the crowd seem to be reacting to the
Yeah, the
Xehanort presence?
the crowd has like sort of backed up from this thing, and they're gasping and they look really terrified. This guy looks creepy as hell, and he is just blasted two people
I
to
have-
Kingdom Come.
Okay, so
or,
this is not some kind of like hallucination for
No,
us or something like that. Okay.
So wait, I'm
I-
really dead.
yeah, Steve is dead.
Oh,
I don't. What?
well,
I kill people.
well, there we go. One moment, guys. I need to check something.
I
Just
don't
check
I don't know what
something
to do
real
at this point.
quick. Okay. Well, standing before you is the gentleman who just vaporized two of your friends. However, he looks at the rest of you, and then he starts grimacing in that stupid way that Steve used to. It was very lovely that you let me travel with you. Let me spread my evil. I have learned a lot. I have learned about strange new worlds and strange new weapons. And I will use these. I will use these to my best. And I will use them to destroy everything that you hold dear. I laugh at you, and I pity you. However, there is no escape. I let you live only as a reminder of my power. And then he vanishes into a giant smoke.
I'm just kind of on my knees, like.
At this point, Leo, next to you appear two similar figures.
I was mad because like I was doing
Diz
like the top mining
and
stuff
Riku.
now, and I could never get resources because everyone were hard
Diz
resource spot.
says to you in
So it
a
takes forever for
fuss,
everything
like
to spawn.
he is surprised, and he is
Yeah,
not.
I'm old.
Every time you've seen him before, he's been calm and collected, but this time he seems very surprised, very anxious. He says, "Leo, back with your friends now. Your pendant."
Okay. I just immediately do it. Like,
All right, so you run
yes, I
back.
follow. Yeah.
You run back to the group.
Whoops.
You also notice that where Steve's body was is just now clothing. Like, it disintegrated. And all that is left is his items. And there's a steam of the same purple smoke.
Wow. Look at that one, Jonathan.
So, Leo, you run back
Look at that
to the group, and I assume you pull your pendant out or are holding it or something along those lines.
I follow his instructions. Yeah.
All right, so
Kind of.
I need you to make an intelligence check.
Oh, well, guys. Guess this is the last campaign of the this last session, fellas. Here we go. Oh,
All
It
right,
was fucking magic.
the pendant shimmers and erupts with a bright light. You see the city of your birth, your home, Radiant Garden, a white castle, and a clear sky. And all of a sudden, you know it. You know where it is. And you all vanish in a flash of white light. And we'll end today's session there.
I killed people.
yeah, you did. How'd it feel? I do that all the time.
Surprise. Steve was the villain the entire time.
Surprise! I'm dead.
Surprise, Gimble's dead.
Steve was the villain. Gimbal is dead.
You should have.
I
You
don't
should have
like you.
inspired. You should have inspired him more.
I should have inspired Dodge.
It really puts into perspective all the dickish things that I did. Decapitating people,
Yes.
lighting things on fire,
Killing guards around the city with the cart.
Sexing gnomes or
not
something.
losing my memory when went to the one castle thing.
All right, so that happened. You all get 2,000 experience. Other than the people who are dead.
So that happened.
That happened.
Spoon, can I have 6,000 more?
No.
Can I have my friend Gimbal back? I
Mm-mm.
think Leo needs his best friend. His
Gimbal's gone.
The one time he wasn't in my backpack.
There we go. His backpack buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I busted out laughing in
No,
disbelief and all that and interrupted you.
yeah, no, that's fine. I understand. So I kind of decided that I needed to jolt this campaign a little bit. It was feeling a little stagnant, so I decided to make things interesting. Give you guys a villain, and
I will be actively trying to murder you.
Well, look at the bright side.
and killing everybody's favorite gnome, Gimble.
That's okay. He wasn't around for a few weeks.
Yeah.
He seemed a little out of it for the past few days.
I was
Foolish
sick.
fuck.
Gimbal was sick.
Well, he's sick no more. I gave him the cure.
God.
Wait, Otto, are you still gonna be here for sessions, or are you just
Yep.
just no longer playing Gimbal?
We're gonna
I
be
don't know. We'll see.
well.
We'll see. Okay.
We shall see. We haven't talked about new characters yet. I assume if both Foxman and Gimbal wish to continue playing in the campaign, that they will re-roll the new character. At
I'm
this point.
thinking LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball.
Oh,
LeVar
by the
Ball?
way, if you search Steve's Steve's body, I don't know if anybody does that. Like the husk of just clothing and materials, you'll find that the gun is missing.
Oh, he took the gun
Oh,
with him.
no.
I knew it.
Oh no.
Xehanort's packing. Oh no.
No, you rub two brain cells together. That you helped him research the gun.
Oh man.
He'll have more guns. All the Heartless are actually going to be packing guns.